I've recently gained a lot of subscribers kind of in a very short period of time. And it occurred to me the other day that a lot of them came in because of the videos I've most recently posted. And as I thought about that, I'm like, it might be a good idea for me to make a video kind of telling you what kind of things you're going to see on this channel. What's up? I'm Jim. Welcome back to J Street Moto. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time. So first things first, I don't think I've ever explained the name of this channel, J Street Moto. And I know it can be confusing, so I've had people say it looked like J Saint. Some people like as JST Moto, you know, I get it, it can be confusing. So let me explain it to you. In some cities, the street names are letters. One of the most rare lettered street names is J Street. I don't even think there is a J Street in Washington, D.C., which is really one of the closest cities to me that uses letters in their street names. But that's not why I named the channel J Street. Here's how it happened. Back Christmas 2017, my wife bought me a camera because I had started watching Blockhead right after I bought my first Harley, which was a Iron 883. Bought that bike February of 2017, and I'm pretty certain I might have been in Blockhead's first 2,500 subscribers. I was for sure in the first 5,000 people that subscribed to him. I dug his content, and because I was watching him, he was the one that made me first get the idea that I want to do that. I want to have a YouTube channel where I just go out and ride around on the bike, video it, and talk about my stream of consciousness while I'm riding. So I'm sitting around this Christmas, and I'm like, well, I should probably go ahead and lock in a name on YouTube. And I was beating my head against the damn wall trying to figure out what I was going to call the channel. I knew I wanted Moto in there somewhere because, you know, it has to do with motorcycles, so I wanted that there. I wanted that clearly understood. But I had no idea what the first part of it was going to be. My wife came to the rescue. So yes, my channel got its name because of my wife. And she grew up around the DC area, so she's very familiar with streets that have letter names. So she's like, you know, your monogram spells J Street. And for those of you that might be watching this that don't know what a monogram is, because I'm starting to get some younger viewers, a monogram is when the letters, your initials, are organized in a way that your last name or initial is flanked on the left and right by your first and middle initials. So my initials are JTS. My monogram is JST. J Street. That's where it came from. Like I said, it's nothing super like revealing or important. That's just the name I came up with. She thought of it. She's like, why don't you use your monogram? Call it J Street Moto. And I'm like, you know, I could do that. But yeah, so that's where that came from. So for those of you that are watching this that have been around since the beginning and didn't know that, you just learned something new from me. And for those of you that are new to the channel, and maybe this is only the second, third, or fourth video you've ever watched of mine, you know it too. So between like, let's call it the second week of April and kind of the end of the first week of June, there have been about 800 of you that have subscribed to the channel in that short period of time. As I thought about that number, as I thought about the amount of people that have been coming to the channel or that have been subscribing of late, a lot of y'all have subscribed during a period of time where all the videos, or pretty much I would say 90-some% of the videos, were of a 12-day solo trip that I took out to Monument Valley. And as I thought about that, I'm like, if someone watches one of those videos, subscribes to the channel, watches the rest of that series, when they get to the end of that series and it's not a video about travel, are they going to be disappointed? In other words, if you subscribed during that kind of video, is that what you think this channel is about? I figured the way to answer that question is to make a video telling you kind of I think it's like 5 categories of videos that I make on the channel, or 5 kinds of videos that I make on the channel that you'll see when you come here. And the first thing you're going to learn about me is I don't do anything off a script. I just don't. I throw the cameras on me and I go out for a ride, or I put a camera in front of me and I talk to you about what I want to talk to you about, or I show you whatever the hell it is I'm going to show you. So let's start. You already know, well, we already talked about the first kind of content that I do on the channel. Travel videos. So when I decide to take a trip, whether it's solo or with my buddies, I chronicle that trip. I will make videos during that trip. And usually, if the trip is short, like a weekend, and I can do it, it'll all be one video for the whole weekend. If the trip's longer and there's more that I want to convey to you as part of the story, it'll be like an episodic thing where you've got episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. Each episode is not necessarily going to be one day of the trip. Like the 12-day trip was 6 episodes. What governs that is what I captured, how I'm able to put it together to tell the story that makes sense, that I think you would enjoy watching, and that might give you some information that's of use or helpful to you. So that's the first kind of content. Second kind of content I do, what I'm doing right now. In the fancy YouTube world, this is known as a vlog. You put a camera on you, or on the bike, or both, and you figure out a way to capture what you're thinking via audio while you are riding. I'm basically taking you along for a ride with me, and it would be kind of like us having a conversation through our comm system while we're just going for a ride. And usually that's going to be something that's a range of topics. It honestly depends on what I'm feeling like talking about that day. Moving on. The third kind of content I do, I'm going to call it bike-related content. And when I say bike-related content, that is a combination, or what falls into that category in my mind, is I bought some parts. Like when I put my cam on the bike, I talked to you about how I made that decision, which cam I bought, why I picked that cam. I brought you along with me while I installed it, and then took it to a tuner and had them dyno tune the bike, and then I showed you the results. I brought you kind of along with me. So it's bike-related content, covers everything from parts that I'm putting on the bike, you know, maybe something like a phone holder, all the way up to, you know, I'm going to do a motor swap. That's bike-related content, as well as walking you through every menu setting on the Skyline OS operating system. Where do you change your background color? How do you pair a device to it? How do you get CarPlay to work? I went through everything on that. I consider that bike-related content. I did a video recently about the sequence in which, or how to connect your phone to your bike, your Cardo to your bike, or your comm system to your bike, and ensure that every time you fire the bike up, CarPlay works. Did a video about that. That's bike-related content. And that's the third category. I'm going to have a hard time keeping track. Remember, I don't have a script. I don't have notes up on my phone or anything. Fourth one is, I'll call it gear. It's everything that's not going to physically go on the bike that I would use while I was riding, or potentially use while I was riding. So think helmets, gloves, shoes, pants, top layers, under layers, heated gear, all that stuff. And that's number 4. The last one is, I'll call it community. Damn. Bike is running good today. Holy shit. That's a good thing, because I got a big trip coming up this week. It's Father's Day right now. I got something big happening this coming Friday. And yes, I am going to record it. And yes, it will be the video that drops right after this one. And that is the only teaser I am going to give you for it. But I talk about that because it directly speaks to the 5th kind of content I do. And I'm going to call that category community. So within this category, if I'm interviewing someone that is in the motorcycle community, I've decided, like I interviewed Adam and his brother-in-law Paul, the owners of Foundation Moto, and talked to them about the Old Town Revival and all the events that go into that and the work and how it grew. When we sat down and talked, that's a community kind of video. It's me meeting other people and sharing it with you. Other things that fall into the community category would be any events that I go to that I happen to record and bring you with me. Or rallies that I go to, which I kind of lump rallies in with events, but most people think of events like bike nights and meet and greets. Rallies are kind of an event structure all on their own. So rallies, bike nights, meet and greets, anything like that. Interviews, but you get what I'm saying, right? So we have community, gear, bike related content. We have traditional vlogs, and we have travel videos. When I drop a new video every Tuesday, what I can promise you is every single Tuesday, if you come here, you're going to see a video that falls into one of those 5 categories. So it's not just one thing. I'm not just somebody that turns wrenches on my bike and adds a bunch of parts to it. But when I want to change something on my bike, I'm the one that does it. I'm not doing everything. Is nothing. The whole channel isn't just about traveling. The whole channel's not just about gear reviews. The whole channel's not just about rallies and events. I fully understand that the categories themselves lend to different audiences. So maybe you did that's an interesting question. This is something I do want to know. If you've made it this far in the video, I'd like you to drop a comment and tell me, if you remember, which video it was that you saw of mine that made you say, yep, I'm going to subscribe to this dude because I'd like to see more of his stuff. I'm just curious. And you don't need to know the exact episode or the date or whatever. If you just remember, oh, well, you know, I watched that one you did about the Skyline OS. I subscribed to your channel. Or maybe you subscribed because you watched one of these 6 episodes from this 12-day trip I just got back from. Just tell me that. I'd love to know what kind of category was the thing that attracted you to the channel. So yeah, those are the 5 content types you're going to see if you come to the channel. Now you know what to expect. And I do not sway from those. You're not going to come here and see something where I'm going and bungee jumping off of a bridge or doing some other crazy crap. It's going to be to do with motorcycles. Oh, I just remembered. If you're new here and you haven't been around a long time, and if you have not watched the video that I did when me, David, and Juan went out and rode the 5 legendary roads in 2 days, if you've not watched that video, you would not know the information I'm getting ready to tell you. I put a sticker, a channel sticker, on the back of a road sign out at the tail of the Dragon. You have to watch the video to be able to get clues to where that sign is. But I put a sticker on it, and I said in that video, the first one of you that gets your ass out to the tail of the Dragon and rides it and finds that sticker, takes a picture of yourself with the sticker. So you got to stand there and take a selfie of you with the sticker behind you, see you both, and email it to me at jstmoto22@gmail.com. That's jstreetmoto22@gmail.com. First one of you to do that, you get to pick. I will give you a list of all of the numbered roads or named roads in the U.S. that I have ridden. You get to pick one of the roads off that list, and I will get the sign for that road tattooed on myself at a location of your choice. There will be some rules around the location, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a banker. I can't put a tattoo on my forehead. So nothing above the neck. And I'd prefer, I'm gonna make a video of me getting it. I'd prefer not to have anything, you know, in the groin area. or butt. But pretty much anything else is up for grabs. But the first one of you to find that sticker and send me a picture of you with it, y'all are going to get to do that. And I will make an episode of me getting that tattoo. That video had about 1,200 views so far, so the word really hadn't gotten out. I've seen I was in, holy crap, I almost forgot to tell you all about this. See, this is what happens in a vlog. I'm out riding around, I don't really have a plan, I don't have a script. And shit starts popping into my head and I'll start talking about it. Last weekend, I was out with the wife. We're doing an alphabet date, one every month, and this month was R. And it was my month to pick. And after we had breakfast, I was like, hey, I gotta go by Rick Rack because I need to pick up a part. And Rick Rack is like 15 minutes from my house. I live local to where Shane and the shop is. So I swung over there to get a part. I'm talking to the guy who's ringing the part up. A guy walks up to me and he says, anybody found the sticker yet? and I had to, it made me hesitate for a second because I'm like, well, what's he talking about? And I remembered, I'm like, oh, he's seen the video. So I was like, no sir, they have not yet. But I'll give you one so you know what it looks like for when you get out there to the tail, you can find it. And it was funny. It was funny because that kind of stuff doesn't happen that often to me. I appreciate every single one of you that watch. I honestly do. I can't stress that enough. And I'm very grateful for every one of you that has subscribed to the channel. Regardless of whether you just subscribed 2 days ago or whether you subscribed 4 years ago, you have my utmost gratitude. I got some people on this channel, I can't name them all, honestly. I got a few people on this channel that have been very supportive and very loyal for an extremely long time. They comment, they watch every video. I know this because they comment on every video. And they've been doing it for years. And it's really cool. There's nothing I like more than putting a video out and then responding to comments. Or getting an email from y'all with a question and responding to it. There are people that email me. And if they're watching this, drop it down in the comments if you're one of the ones this has happened to. Sometimes the questions are even too hard for email. I'll give them my phone number. They've called me, we've had conversations, and we've tried to figure the problem out. If you're watching this video and you fall into that category, you've been one of the ones that's had a conference call with me or a call with me to try and sort out your question, drop it down in the comments. Let them know. Hey, I've talked to that jackass. He's an okay dude. Or I hate him. Whichever. Doesn't matter to me. Get out there and ride. Start saying yes. Start saying yes more. Quit making excuses to say no. Life's so much better when you say yes. In fact, the video that drops next weekend, or next week, the next one after this, whole reason that video exists is because I said yes. And it's going to be a good one. It honestly is. You'll need to come back for that one. Thank you for watching. Do me a favor. If you like the video, click the like button. Subscribe to the channel or consider subscribing. If you're not, click the notification bell so you don't miss any new content. Share the channel or this video with your friends. None of that stuff costs you any money. It's completely free to you, and it does help the channel. That's how the channel grows. No matter what you do, get your ass out there and ride. Start saying yes more, and always ride safe.